I am Oscar424, and this is Leaf Blower Man. This game blows. Fresh file with ads. Now, there's something that the fresh file categories do that I think is kind of cool. It has a setup where in a world where leaves are on the ground, there's going to be one Leaf Blower Man that is leaf blowery enough to push everything to the driveway. But it realizes, you know, man is I'm a little tired because that's AM right there. Man is a little gendered, so it changes the name of the game to Leaf Blower Person. Now the game is actually permanently changed to that name until you delete your save data, which I find kind of cool. We're going to grab a character, we're going to choose a mysterious Leaf Blower Person because they are both Leaf Blower Person and very mysterious. And we are going to go right into the first out of bounds skip of the game. This one can be a little annoying, so it might take a couple tries. Missed it there, so we're going to try it again. The setup, honestly, you can miss it a few times and be fine. Like right there, I got it. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to switch to the right arrow key on my keyboard because it's easier to go in a straight line this way as opposed to my controller. But here we get to see all those circles, the leaf receptacle circles that we're supposed to blow our leaves into, but we're not going to because that's our job, but we're ignoring it. I mean, it's not like there's going to be like a leaf revolt or anything that enslaves the human race. But in the meantime, here's ads. So, this is Jacob, one of the creators or developers for Unbound Creations. It's a fake ad. It tells actually the side plot to this game that eventually ties into the plot within the game. So it's completely innocuous. There's nothing like bad in them at all. This particular area is the only place where we actually do our responsibilities as a leaf blower person by blowing all these leaves into the circle. Don't get used to it. So in the meantime, there is a boss battle where it shoots out bombs, and we have to blow them back into the turret. Or we can stand behind the turret and speed things up. Or we can stand behind the turret, and the moment the turret shoots off a bomb, we jump, so it instantaneously lets us face tank the bomb and do damage to the turret itself. Works like a charm. So at that point, I don't want to see your apartment. I have more important things to do, like more out of bounds skips. So this next skip, I tend to blow off this guy's hair. Sorry. That way it's easier for me to find the one sweet spot on his head that I can just stand on without sliding and then move on to the next area. This one is the bane of my existence. I have to find the perfect spot to jump on the plane just like that and skip everything and move on to the next area. Like that. That was actually 2 out of bounds skips right there, but don't tell anyone I said that. At this point, we are doing what we did before. We are tanking turret hits. And doing that as quickly as possible so we can move on to the next area. Remember, potatoes can't make games without them. But here's the plot. I hope you read the plot and understood the plot. There will be a question on the final exam.
Hey, do you like silly games like this? What? We made a game where we play as a clown.
Not really, but anywho, that was the mayor or something saying that we had to go to the moon and clean up the leaves. Clearly the mayor hasn't been paying attention to the fact that we haven't done anything in terms of clean up leaves. We get to go to the moon, which is pretty cool. I'm not complaining. Not often a leaf blower person gets to go to the moon. Plus there's no leaves on the moon. That's like saying there's a giant tentacle monster that's going to be trying to kill us on the moon. That doesn't happen. At all. Ever. Anyway, this upcoming level, the asteroid field, shows a really big difference between with ads and ad-free. With ads, we actually have to play the level, which is not fun because this level is kind of scary. The ad-free version, you actually just get to quite literally skip through everything and not have to worry about it. There's this white corridor and some text, and that's it. You don't have to pay attention to anything, which is great. But this is with ads and not ad-free, so we just have to deal with it. Again, fresh file with ads is the hardest of the 4 categories, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. There's a few different reasons, and a lot of them stem around Horde Mode. We are going to do a marathon safe strat in Horde Mode, which takes a surprising amount of time, but it's better in the long run, which I'll explain why when we get there. And in the meantime, Jacob, you okay? You need a hug? Or, like, Klondike bar? Snickers? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Everything's fine. So let's work about space. It's so spacey it has one exclamation mark. Or exclamation point. Yeah, so asteroids. Now, the placement is somewhat RNG, but mostly stable. What really changes in RNG is the size of the asteroids. That changes every single time you play. This first half is pretty straightforward. They're all static and they don't move. It's the second part that's very scary. But we've gotten past the golden asteroids, so we do get a checkpoint, which is great. Here, I don't like this combo, so we're just going to be very cautious right there. Let's see what we're working with. That is not ideal. There we go. And just like that, we're through. Which is perfect.
Hey, are you tired of seeing ads everywhere?
Not really. I mean, this is the ad version of the game category, so yeah, it's kind of part of it. So we're just gonna hush you. Anyway, so here's the moon. There's a lot of things that we're supposed to do on the moon. We don't. We're supposed to blow these asteroids out of the way. We don't. We are supposed to blow these leaves where they're supposed to be. We don't. It's fine. At this point, we are doing our civic duties and trying to defeat this tentacle monster. And we should... Oh, that's rude. That was very cheeky and rude. My friend. There we go. Alright. So with that, we have saved the moon, which is great. We haven't really done anything for cleaning up leaves, but I'm sure nothing bad has happened. Okay, well at least it didn't enslave the human race or something, because that would have been really bad. Okay. Okay. So that part I was telling you about where I get to talk about a lot of things. Welcome to Horde Mode, where I have plenty of time to talk about a lot of things. Now, this is where I'm going to be fairly marathon safe here. There's a difference between Fresh File and New Game Plus in the form of New Game Plus gets power-ups that Fresh File doesn't get. And honestly, those power-ups from a marathon safe strat are really important and nice to have. So we are just going to take damage and die from these leaves so we can get access to those. Because it's like, oh, sorry you didn't beat Horde Mode. Try again. We're going to give you some help this time. And that's what we're doing here. We have time to burn. So yeah, we now, with this in place, although we did waste some time there dying, but now we get things and power-ups like health regen and a very specific magic missile that's just really, really heckin' strong. But to get them, we need to level up. And we level up by getting those green plants, like that explosive missile right there. That first power-up we got. That is one of the New Game Plus exclusive power-ups, which is really nice to have. Case in point, we are going to shoot weapons faster because of the three, I prefer that one the most. Now, okay, so that's a very obvious kind of explained difference between New Game Plus and Fresh File. Now, there is a difference between ad-free and with ads. we are doing with ads. So every once in a while, you'll be given opportunities to watch an ad. It's an extra like 10 seconds or so, but you get a free power-up. Nope, we are not going to do that. So we will get basically 1 power-up per level. Now in the ad-free version, you don't have to watch ads. It's part of the whole shtick with ad-free. So the game just, when you select to watch an ad, the game just says, oh, you already know ads, so that's fine. Or you've already seen the ads, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. And you get 2 power-ups for the price of 1 without doing anything extra, which is really nice. So yeah, it's the TLDR of why there's regen. There's the other power-up that is exclusive to New Game Plus. So here we're looking for things like damage boosts, weapon range. We have 2 really strong weapons, but I wouldn't mind more. Having a health upgrade in Fresh File would be really nice to have, but having the health regen, I feel a little more confident, especially now with the explosive missile now being shot, or 2 of them are being shot at once and not just 1. So I can do a lot more damage very readily. We will take Thunder Thumper, because as you can see, I can start doing a lot more AoE damage nearby, which is really nice to have. Same thing with that bonus damage to all of my weapons. So I'm going to be doing a lot more with my goodies. I will take more leaf blower damage. I wouldn't mind leaf blower range, so I can be a bit more AE or AoE, or long range I should say, but there we go. So as you can see, I'm suddenly killing things from a distance, which is great. Now in about 45 seconds, the game is going to get somewhat difficult because it's gonna create this border around me and try to kill me. With the amount I'm doing, it's really nice. Yeah. I want more weapons and I want them faster. Please shoot everything quickly. Thanks. Sincerely, management. Alright. Get more damage there. And just kill things as they come. Yeah, we're gonna shoot 1 more projectile because 2 projectiles is nice, but it's not 3, which is really great. I like it. Yeah. We just have a lot of missiles, bluntly. We went the missile track. Every time it's a little bit different. That's fine. I am gonna try to... yeah. Now at this point, again, as you can see, it's closed off the area around me. I am going to clear a path. Now at this point, I'm doing a lot of damage and a lot of AoE damage, so I'm a little more comfortable staying in this area. The extra regen is really beneficial right now. As with all of my projectiles, just all of them. Yeah, so I can take a lot more hits. I'm a lot less worried about them, and it's great. We're gonna do even more damage. At this point, I just have to survive until 5 minutes, because at that point, the enemies will stop spawning, and we'll deal with Leaf King. As you can see, I'm doing, well, I'm being silly right now with the amount of damage and power-ups I'm doing. Or having access to. It's great. This is why we died at the beginning. Because things just get so much easier. Like my PB as it stands, I'm able to complete Horde Mode without dying, but there's something so satisfying about mass carnage in Horde. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. But at this point, we've passed the 5-minute mark, so we are patiently awaiting the Leaf King's appearance, and we're going to try to get one more power-up. I don't know if we'll be able to, but that's fine. We already are doing a lot of damage as it is. Okay. So at this point, we are just going to absolutely murder this guy's face. That's all. We are doing lots of damage at this point in time. We can tank anything the Leaf King throws at us. And that's exactly what we're going to do. By using all of our weapons at our disposal and becoming Leaf Blower God. With that, it is time for the finale. Now, this is where Fresh File differs from New Game Plus, because Fresh File, you are required to do a lot of things here. There's about 6 minutes of content that you're kind of stuck doing. Like this segment, which is pushing rocks out of this area. So this is one of those great time to talk about other things during a run itself, but this is the longest part of this particular category, so I just like getting it done first. There were also some fires that I put out. That is for another quest that we are going to be asked to do. The long and short of it is we are tasked with getting 3 key cards to open up the final area. And each key card requires a specific task done. This in particular is cleaning up the park because, well, there was the Leaf Revolt. We obviously defeated it because we defeated the Leaf King, and now we're cleaning up our mess. It's fine. But in this part, we are... we have to get about 225 points of cleaning up these rocks, and we basically have to clean up all of them. Which can take some time, especially if they decide to go off in like random directions and not behave. Kind of like that one wasn't behaving. So I try to corral them as best as possible, otherwise I just push them over the ledge. And eventually when I get closer, I will talk to the person and get our card. Sometimes it's hard to tell like how close we are, so I just kind of eyeball it. But when it's literally almost all of it, I mean it's literally almost all of them. So I just run under the assumption that literally like a closing out of business sale, everything must go. And then, yeah, usually when I do that, there's maybe 1 or 2 that I have to clean up, and that's it. So right now we're doing pretty good. I'm actually going to save those, or most of those, to the very end because I have to be back there anyway. In the meantime, we will clean up back here. Take care of those. Take care of those 2, those 3. Push those this way. Ooh, those were cheeky. All right, how? Okay, so I'm close. So 210, 225, yeah. All right, there we go. Cool. So we've taken care of this area, which is awesome. And in the process, we got a key, or a key card. Do we know what this is? Not quite. Also, at this point, this is when the meta plot comes into plot play. It'll make sense when we get there, believe me. At this point, what I'm doing is I'm kind of circling the area. We are putting out fires that seem like they serve no purpose of putting out, but in fact they do. That is the second of 2 quests that we have, or excuse me, 3 quests that we have to do. That is to talk to this person. We have to also talk to this person. And here's where you get to do a little bit of fun. You get to jump over here, hope this tentacle hits you the appropriate way, like you did. Thank you. And we are going to get booted over to the remnants of the Leaf Kingdom. They're kind of scared of us. We were kind of cool. Straight up, we were really cool. But yeah, they want peace now. It's fine, I guess. I'm not going to stop it. In the meantime, though, we are going to death abuse our way out of that. And,
Why are you helping them?
what do you mean?
They're not even real. I put them for like $10 in the asset store.
What? Rude. Whatever. Anywho, you're going to take another damage boost around here, and we're going to take that damage boost right there. Use iframes to our advantage and not die, as we are returning the peace offering. So we have completed the second quest in here and gotten our second key card. We're going to do one more damage boost, or excuse me, death abuse, head back over to the main area, and finish out the fire quest. There's 4 more fires that we have to put out, and they're actually on the way to the key cards themselves. So I'm sure he's fine. He's fine. Everything's fine. Maybe. Probably not. Probably nothing is fine. Alright. So with that, we have put out our fires, and we are actually head back to the firemen, get our final key card, and head to the final boss. Thank you. So when you play New Game Plus, you actually start the finale with all 3 key cards in your inventory. So all of those 3 quests that I just had to do to get these key cards, you don't have to at all. You can just kind of skip through everything and it's fine. It's nice. Anywho, that is not what Fresh File with Ads does. That forces us to do everything. But, so when plot crosses plot, you get meta plot. And meet the final boss. Jacob! The creator. The developer.
Do you know why there are all these super short levels?
Probably not happy with us. Time ends when we do the last bit of damage to Jacob. Excuse me. Easy way to tell is when the last static TV goes out on Jacob's body. So then I will stop the timer then. But first, obligatory big bad evil guy monologue. It is what it is. But at this point, we're not going to die because that would be awkward. What we are doing is what we have been training to do, not really because we didn't really do it the appropriate way. We're getting bombs tossed at us, and those bombs, when they blow up, damage Jacob. So, we're going to chuck those bombs back at Jacob and not get hit by them. Because unlike the first 2 times, we can in fact die. And we don't want to do that. That's kind of not kosher, really, to what our objectives are. Eventually, he's going to hit us, like pound the ground and create a circle. And like that, and there's going to be a whole bunch of bombs that come crashing down on us. That's fine. You're gonna, let's see here. Wait for him to do it again. We'll try to do a 2-bomber. Unfortunately, no bombs landed by us that time, so we had to kind of maneuver our way around, unfortunately. Alright. That one went. Let's see if I can get one more. Really? That didn't damage you? Interesting. There we go. That's time.
Do you not realize
So yeah, that is Leaf Blower Man, fresh file with ads. It's a pretty fun mode. I enjoy it immensely. It is challenging though. It is the hardest of the bunch. Again, the Horde mode that I did is very much more marathon safe than not. But it can be done without dying. You just have to get really lucky with your power-ups and hope for the best. But again, marathon mode, it's fine. Most people are really happy. Some are having an existential crisis. Well, they're fine. They'll be fine. There's one more person that's going to be wishing us off. They're telling us, go on the restart, because it's really nice. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to go just exit the game. I'm tired. But yeah, with that, again, Leaf Blower Man fresh file with ads. For it being a silly, quirky little game, it's got a lot of exploits, damage boosting, out of bounds, death abuse, quirks, you name it, it's got it. And I absolutely love this game. So I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I will catch you later. Bye.